Welcome back to the Hideout. I am APS Entertainment, also known as Christian, and one day the entertainment will be gone. Who are you?
My name is Dr. Thea Lopez. I mean, strawberry ice cream.
And we are here to talk about film and TV news of the week. And our first topic is there is a Young Sheldon sequel series titled Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. It will be premiering on Thursday nights this fall on CBS. Kevin, what do you think about that?
Honestly, I wanted to get into this Young Sheldon show, but it's weirdly, it's one of those shows like you like. It's like, I don't know. It's like you want to take a look at it, but you don't want to take time. I feel like it's cringy as shit. Like, have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
It's like it's always playing in my job, and so I'm like, I see it, but things like it's a good show, but at the same time I feel like there's certain parts I'm like, I feel like I'm cringed out, but at the same time it's like, it's one of those weird shows you probably just watch, and just like, it's one of those shows if you would have watched it if you had no cable, like let's say you had no Disney, you had no. Nothing that back in the days, and you just play this shit in the background just because it's just the only thing you can think of that make you feel comfortable while you're home.
I mean, me personally, I think The Big Bang Theory is probably the worst show ever made. I absolutely fucking hate that show. So when they announced the Young Sheldon, I was like, this is insane. But it do be getting a number. Yeah, it's the autistic guy that's also like a horrible representation of autism. But
he's supposed to resemble autism.
Yeah, like it's the most stereotypical like horror. It's such a bad depiction of it. But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out Young Sheldon.
I'd rather watch this because it's more funny watching the dad and mom argue. I think my problem is with the smart kid.
With Young Sheldon.
Yeah, it's like I'm like, I hopefully don't think it's the young dude from Bang Bang Theory, but now you said I'm like, yep, okay, now I see it.
Did you know Young Sheldon got shot in the final episode of his show, like the series finale?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's because he was outside of Burger King and then he said a slur and then they shot him. Anyways,
they capped his ass.
They capped his ass. Knuckles has become the most watched Paramount Plus series in its opening weekend. Are you into Sonic? I feel like you are, or at least a little bit, right?
I was. I'll put my plate down first. I think I was into Sonic a lot, but it was like I grew out of it. I'll say this: I mess around with certain Sonic things still once in a while. But it's not one of those things like you like it, you still love it, but you're not obsessed with it anymore. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna buy this Sonic theme thing because I don't like. I love Sonic, but I think it's like I'm not gonna buy him, and it's kind of like you like it, but he's not worth being in your domain. I don't know if you can understand that part.
No, I think I get what you mean.
It's like he's not worth to be in your room, just chilling there as a thing that you won't look every day. You're like, why the fuck did I buy a fucking a Sonic pillow? Or why the fuck did I buy a Sonic poster? I'll say this: like the only thing I would get is probably like a shadow Funko Pop. But after that, I think that would be it. That'll be it. Him holding a gun, and that's it. And probably Mecha Sonic, and that's it. Those two are fucking cool as shit. But anything else? I don't think so.
Yeah, the only stuff I've personally experienced when it comes to Sonic was, do you remember the 3D animated show when we were like 5, 6? I don't know what channel it ran on, but it was like that 3D animated show with him and like Tails and Knuckles.
Were they wearing like some type of like bandages or like handkerchiefs around their neck?
They might have.
Or they were like in an island or something like that.
Yeah, it was an island. It was. Oh my god, I spiked the audio on that. It was an island.
I remember that one. That's like, I've never seen that one, but I felt like it was like, for some reason back in my brain, it felt like this Sonic feels like for a mature audience instead.
Yeah, I don't know. I was obsessed with that show as a kid. I don't know. I mean, obviously, the reason I never actually got into Sonic was because I never played video games until high school, and even then, I've never really become like a gamer. So
I feel like there's one Sonic game I feel like everyone played as a kid on the DS, and I think everyone knows it, but it's Sonic Colors. Sonic Colors, I think so. Sonic Color Dash or something like that. I used to came up for the DS, but people say the one on Nintendo kind of sucky. But I mean, on the DS, I think it was epic. I used to like just play the last final round, and it was like the best thing ever in my life. I used to play that shit all the time because like there was just these little squid thingies or these little monster little cube guys that each time you slam into one, they give you different powers. I remember that one. But there's a few Sonic games out there. People say it's pretty good. Like the one he turns into a wolf, I think the night one. And he's like,
I know which one you're talking about. I don't know the name of it, but I've seen clips of it.
Yeah, the wolf, the night, Color Dash, the old Sonic games, of course. But yeah, after that, it's like what's it called? That's pretty much it about Sonic I can think of. I would just say,
there was that, like, I think it was like 2018, 2017. They like released that Sonic game in like the old style. Like it was back to like the pixel, like the 8-bit.
Oh, pixel still? Yeah. Uh-huh.
And that game was really fun. I played that one a lot. That's the only Sonic game I think I've played. That one's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Well, now I need to find the title of it. It was like Sonic. Well, obviously it's called
Sonic Adventures.
I think it was Sonic Adventures.
There was that one, but besides that, well, yeah, that's how much the Sonic I remember. That's it. Then there's the animated series too. It was a Kim, and they had this fucking weird kid that I forget his name. I don't know if you remember that one.
I don't think I remember that one.
It was like some fucking orange-haired kid that he had a mansion or some type of house thing. Sonic was just chilling. But yeah,
I don't remember that. You know, another thing that like I never really was obsessive over, but I'd always watch the show was like Kirby.
Oh, Kirby, the Kirby show.
Yeah, I would play like before or after the Sonic show.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about. I used to love watching that thing as a kid. Oh, watching it as like growing up a little bit, just because like I remember watching that shit a lot of the time during middle school. Just Kirby just fucking just chilling and everything else, and just eating and just trying to save the day. So I remember those things. Good times. There are some good times right there when it comes to watching those two little thingies. But anyways, next topic.
Jonathan Nolan, Christopher Nolan's brother, headlines are saying that he wants to return to the Dark Knight universe, and a quote from him is saying, "Wouldn't that be a dream? If I had the chance to go back and work on that again, absolutely." Now, I've looked into this a little bit further throughout the day. I don't know if he was actually saying like that specific Dark Knight trilogy universe, or if he was just saying Batman as a whole, because I know he's a nerd, and I'm pretty sure he's the one that brought Batman to Nolan, to his brother, being like, oh, look at these comic books, look at what you can do with the character, and he co-wrote all 3 of the Batman movies with Christopher Nolan. So personally, I wouldn't want them going back to the Dark Knight universe. To tell like a full movie. If they were going to do something in the multiverse, and like they briefly show that universe, or like something along the lines of that, where it doesn't actually like continue the story, You just see the universe for a bit. I'm okay with that. That sounds fun. That sounds fine. But like a full blown movie or show or whatever set in that universe, I think I'd rather not see that. But yeah, I mean, you haven't seen any of the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, huh?
Not yet. Right now, I finished up John Wick yesterday, which was fucking awesome. But besides that, I haven't seen any Dark Knight. I have it as a thing, as a must-watch thing for movies this year. I want to watch. So that is part of my list.
Yeah, I just rewatched it, and well, this is for the audience, obviously, you know that. But I just rewatched the Dark Knight in theaters. I've never actually seen it before in a theater, and like between that and Inception, those were like, and like Alien and Spider-Man 2, man, I watched all of those in theaters, and those are all movies I always wished I could have gotten a chance to watch. And yeah, Dark Knight and in a theater was just insane. I mean, that movie was just wow. I had to go by myself because no one was available. But yeah, and then it's awesome. So my opinion, stay Jonathan Nolan. In DC as a whole, absolutely. He should come back, maybe work on some stuff for James Gunn. In regards to the Dark Knight universe, leave it the fuck alone. And the next topic is going to be Dan Snyder is suing the Quiet on Set producers for defamation.
Did you watch Quiet on Set?
I didn't watch it, but obviously everyone knows his reputation. And I'm going to spoil a little bit of the Jeanette McCurdy book for you. Sorry. It's not really going to be major spoilers, but like basically in her book, in her memoir, there is literally a whole section or chapter and like a bunch of other moments sprinkled throughout the book dedicated to Dan Snyder and like just some of the weird shit he was doing. And they were basically saying like they had to... Nickelodeon made a... This is how fucked Hollywood is. When the allegations started coming out about him, instead of firing him, what they did was they came to a compromise and they would put him in a basically like a box room, and it would have an intercom speaker that would be connected to a bunch of speakers throughout the set, and he would talk into the intercom through this box to communicate with everyone on set because he wasn't allowed to interact with any of the actors or the crew members. So instead of just firing him like they should have, they kept a hazard to children. I'm not gonna say like necessarily full on. I don't know what, like it's weird because it's like it's pedophilic, but it's not like he, from everything we've seen and heard, it doesn't seem like he ever took bigger sexual actions upon people. He just did really creepy, weird things.
He's just a weird creep.
He's just a weird guy. And some things could be construed as sexual, especially with like the feet stuff he was known for. Inappropriate touching, not necessarily in like a sexual manner, but just like odd, like you're a grown ass man. Like in McCurdy's book, there's like a moment when she's talking about how he would like give her massages, like back rubs, which it's not necessarily a sexual thing, but it's just a very odd thing to do to like a 16-year-old, you know. But especially anyways, him
close with them like that, especially if you're not close like that, dog.
This is gonna fuck him over more because they do that. Like there's already a landslide of evidence, right? He's gonna lose the case 100%. He should have kept his fucking mouth shut.
Oh no, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. This is gonna make his situation worse, 100%.
Dude, there's too many people. Like the kids know what. Like the kids, right? They literally spoke it out. People are legit who literally worked on them know what this up. I'll say this, like you said, I agree with you. They should have fired him as soon as he started being a weird creep, and be like, "Hey man, you're just being a weird creep. You're acting really weird around in front of the kids. we don't want that. Please get the fuck out.
Yeah, like he should have been fired right away, but because he pretty much made Nickelodeon what it is.
Yeah.
They were like, you know, he was their bread and butter, man.
Or
and
you know, like I don't know if it would have been like this, but you know, it's only you know what, like, don't, you know, write the screen however you want it. We'll pay you for it, but don't come on set.
Yeah.
Like, don't come to set. I don't care about the box thing. Just, we'll pay you from home. You stay there. You don't interact with nobody. Anything else? Don't ask for any favors. Just give us a script. We'll pay you. And there you go. Leave it at that be. At that point, he little kid just been a chill dude, someone just chilling out, but he would have been getting more feet pics, whatever shit. But I'm just saying that, if dude was not doing it, if he did it on set, dude. Like,
yeah, he was giving underage kids alcohol.
Yeah, dude. He should have been arrested. Okay, at that point, he should have been arrested. At that point.
Yeah, like, okay, another thing from McCurdy's book was like, he would talk to the iCarly kids and be all like, "You guys aren't as fun as the Victorious kids because they always drink and smoke and party, and you guys are so boring." And he would always try to get them to drink and shit. And he would be supplying kids with fucking alcohol. This guy's weird, dude.
No, dude. Like, you know what's so crazy? It's like, the shit he did, what's it called, of Ariana? Like, you know, like, I literally was talking. I literally had to look up a video on it. Like, because as a kid,
I know what you're talking about.
As a kid, yeah. I never registered it as that, so I had to take a double take. I was like, how do these guys? How the fuck did these clips slide? Like, we know what the fuck it's saying. Like it's just saying it in a super weird fucking way. I'm like, dude, this is gross. And this is like, I literally put down my phone and start fucking cringing to a fucking ball and going like, why the fuck that people allow this shit in set? They know for a fact that it's not okay. How the fuck did it's pretty obvious what the fuck they were trying to do with her, and they still let her put it on air. And now it's like, oh well, it's there. And so it was just disturbing. I was like, dude, how the fuck this thing go on air, and no one went like, ooh, just pass by, whatever.
Yeah, like, there wasn't any oversight with some of the things that were being shown on I don't know. It was weird.
Because, honestly, I was like, probably the parents who showed it didn't watch it. So they let the kids, you know, us kids as a kid, you know, watching the thing. We don't think of nothing about it until we reach a certain age of probably, like, mid-ish high school. I was like, why the fuck is she doing that? This is a kid's show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why the fuck is she doing these weird fucking movements, or saying these certain words? It's like, this thing should not be said at all, or it should have been more like, or you know, something like, you know, kid like oh, like, so today I'm gonna make a fucking lasagna, like, or something like that, or like something stupid as a kid that, you know, a kid would do, not this bullshit with Zack Snyder and everyone just say, hey, let it fly. Like, that's not okay. I wonder who gave that part the green light. Like, who gave him the green light like that? Like, thought double checking. So it's like, I'm being honest. Like, Zack Snyder is
Dan Snyder, not Zack Snyder.
My fault. Zack Snyder, not Dan Snyder. My fault. I did Dan Snyder because that's the first thing I thought of. But this is called Dan Snyder. Legit, he's one culprit of this certain shit that went through Nickelodeon, but I feel like also people who should be arrested too is the people who knew, like, you know, people who helped them on that set as well. If they knew about it, I feel like they should get some type of punishment as well for letting this shit slide, knowing damn well we had someone who was not okay with this shit.
I completely agree. Like, the oversight was just so blind. Not like they turned a blind eye on purpose.
Exactly.
They knew what was going on. 100%.
Like, I feel like they should get in the amount of punishment for just letting it happen. Because all of y'all the people who recorded it, who helped them out, and like that, just let it slide through without even fucking just saying, hey, like, you're being weird. Get the fuck out. Like, but nah, yeah, everyone just said, yeah, we should let them do it because we're getting paid, not our problem. And it's like, that's fucking, that's just sad just to see that as well. It's like, you just saw a dude giving people alcohol underage kids, being weird in front of them, the feet pic shit. The biggest part was the one with Ariana doing those weird, like, it was called under the table jokes of sexual crap. And you guys know about it, and then you just let it slide. It was just really disturbing and ucky. But anyways, anything else, Christian?
Dan Schneider's a creep. That's about it. But to stick on the topic of Nickelodeon, there is a new Fairly Odd Parents series coming out on Nickelodeon. The animation looks actually kind of cool. But it's not with Timmy Turner. It's a different kid, it looks like. But,
do you think they just, like, child to different kids, like, to each one?
Yeah, so, like, basically after a kid grows up, then they move on to another kid.
That was dope.
But, yeah. I mean, looks cool. I loved Fairly Odd Parents when I was a kid. And also to stick on the topic of Nickelodeon, they're making a Sandy Cheeks movie. That I honestly just don't care about. Any thoughts on that, Kevin?
Is it gonna be like claymation? It looks like claymation.
It kind of does, but it's 3D. It's 3D animated.
Well, I still need to watch the SpongeBob movie, the one that everyone liked with Keanu Reeves in it.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. Or no, did I? I forgot.
I still need to watch that one. I've heard some people. I get the people say it was pretty good for it when it popped out. It's just funny just seeing Keanu Reeves, in a haystack. He's just chilling. He's just chilling like if he was God. Anyways, next topic.
They are making a Mad Max prequel, another one, instead of just making a proper sequel to Mad Max Fury Road. Excuse me. George Miller has wrote the movie and is trying to get it greenlit, so we'll see what happens. Fury Road came out like 10 years ago almost, and they haven't made the sequel that was announced almost 10 years ago. And I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it.
So there was supposed to be a sequel before the Mad Max one?
Yeah, so the one we're getting this month, it wasn't supposed to be that one. It was supposed to be a different one.
So we're just getting someone else's perspective on the Mad Max universe?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm eating and I don't care.
Hey,
if you're wondering, it's a chimichanga.
Are you gonna give me a bite or what, dog?
I would, but you said they looked like a turd when I was making it in the oven.
Well, I said one looks like a turd.
Oh, well then. I guess you don't want any.
What is it, just bean and cheese in it? Yeah.
Yeah. And meat.
What type of meat? Ground meat.
Yeah, ground beef.
This guy. Do me crazy that I never had a chimichanga.
I've never had like a real chimichanga. This is a...
That's what I'm saying. I never had a real chimichanga at all.
It's just a burrito, to be honest.
So basically just burrito of just ground meat and just random sauce.
Yeah. I never had a real one. I've only had like the frozen ones, but that's not like real authentic, you know.
It's like processed shit.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me get one more bite.
Damn, boy,
delicious.
He's smacking on that thing. Like,
And I'm not editing this out.
All
right.
One thing I gotta edit out later on.
I don't, but oh my god, did you just fart?
No.
That's staying in. And speaking about fart, the next topic is My Adventures with Superman is getting a second season. Now, I have not seen season 1, and I'm a humongous Superman fan. Kind of become obsessed with the character in the past few months. I mean, I've always loved the character. But, like, within the past few months, man, oh my gosh, all I've been doing is reading Superman. Anyways, I want to watch the first season, so I'll probably get around to it before season 2 comes out. Kevin?
What's it called? I'll be saying this, dog. Everyone was being thirst trapped for the fucking Lois, dog. Like,
yeah.
I'm being honest. My fucking Instagram page was just flooded with this shit. Because I even looked at one post of this shit. Then I got flooded by every single Lois fucking post. I'm like, bro, get the fuck off my page. I'm like, oh, let me watch my Gundam stuff or anything stupid I can find. And I just get bombarded with the new Lois thing going like, bro. People were just, I mean, people were just like making like, bro, she got that weird angle stuff, like it was just dumb shit. People were like, bro, like I would let her step on me. There were so many fucking dumbass memes in there. It's like, bro, ow, my ear. But honestly, I don't know. It's like I haven't seen season 1 at all for this Superman. At all. I don't really. I'll be honest with you. Superman's not really my favorite character. He's like everyone likes Superman. For me, it's like I don't really. He never intrigued in my eyes as a hero. Besides that one book that I read, I forgot the name of it.
It was Superman for All Seasons.
Yeah, that one. I like that one a lot. But everything I don't really like Superman stuff that much because I feel it's like there's nothing that makes me grasp or like, oh my god, I'm Man of Steel, oh my god.
But he's a nice guy.
Yeah, a nice guy working on a news.
A nice guy in a mean world. How is that not interesting?
I don't know. He's from a fucking alien space world thing and other shit. But I don't know. For me, it's like, I don't know. It's like Superman.
I will say Superman is it's very easy to make Superman boring. I'll admit that. But most people know how to write the character very well. Because, like, it's... the thing I've always liked so much about Superman is, like, no matter how powerful he is and how he's not like a human being, they still make him one. They still make him a human being and they still make sure he spreads kindness, you know? And like it's just such a nice thing. Like, yeah, it's obviously very old fashioned, but like I don't care. It's just so it just works. It just works so well.
So
and
technically, he can be from Dragon Ball. He's telling he's Goku in some type of way.
No.
But
Superman's
came from a different planet. Got crashed down. Same thing happened. Oh boy.
Tell a fool Goku to shut the fuck up.
But who would win, Goku or Superman?
Probably Superman.
I say Goku.
Well, I guess it depends where. Is Dragon Ball Z even on Earth, or is it like its own?
No, it's on Earth.
Oh, then Superman's gonna kill him.
Nah, I say Goku for one reason. Well,
why?
I'll say this: as a person who likes Dragon Ball, bro can get in contact with some guy that can erase a whole entire universe. I just say like Goku because legit like he has fucking homies be like, hey, can you just erase him for me because I hate this dude. There's nothing too hate about it, but let's say he did fucking hate it. You had someone to contact me, hey, erase this universe for me. But besides that, like that's not really a fair fight. He's more like asking for a fucking favor of someone else. But I'll say this. I don't say Goku just because he has one. I'll say like. I'll just say he just has cheeky movements and cheeky abilities. I'll say that. But besides that, I gotta go to a whole different lore part. But anyways, continue before we go into a whole deep lore.
Well, Chris Hemsworth has been talking a lot this week about Thor.
Oh, God.
And he said, which this isn't the first time he's said it. This might be like the second or third time. But he has once again admitted that Thor: Love and Thunder was a mistake. And that the movie's bad. And that... yeah, but he ended up going into other stuff. Like, let's see.
Did he actually read the comic books this time instead of just assuming what the fuck just happened?
I mean, he's always read stuff. Like, once he got hired for Thor. But this is a quote from him. Sometimes I felt like a security guard for the team. I would read everyone else's lines and go, oh, they got way cooler stuff. They were having more fun. What's my character doing? It was always about, you've got the wig on. You've got the muscles. You've got the costume. Where's the lightning? Yeah, I'm part of this big thing, but I'm probably pretty replaceable. Now, that's kind of sad that he did think about that for a long time. And I would never say Thor was a replaceable character. I've always liked the character, but I do understand why general audiences might not have cared so much about him at first. Maybe I feel like it wasn't until... Excuse me. I don't think it was until maybe Ragnarok when people actually started caring about his Thor. But, yeah, I don't know. It always kind of felt like they didn't really know what they were trying to do with the character. Like, it's always felt that way since the beginning up till, like, literally even now. Just, there's never... Just always kind of felt like they didn't know what the fuck they were trying to do. So... Okay. And he would just change so drastically, like, movie to movie. I don't know.
Just Thor was technically always a serious character in the beginning.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like, they made him too serious. That's the thing. Like, it's like, Thor's supposed to be, yeah, I know that he's a guy and everything else. He's supposed to take everything seriously and everything else, but it's like, they didn't find, like, a certain sweet spot when it comes to being so, like, I don't know, like, I feel like during the beginning, the two of them, I feel like he just, well, especially the first one, I feel like that Thor felt, like, too serious of a person, and there was, like, nothing to laugh about too much in there, to me personally, because I think I probably did laugh once or twice, but, I mean, like, it wasn't making me going, like, bursting out loud and being like, that was funny as shit. It was like, whatever. But I do agree during Ragnarok they did give him more of like a, what's it called, a little pinch in the ass, and they make him more.
Yeah, fun. Like they really switched things up with that movie a whole lot, and like I think they made him more human, if that makes sense.
Oh, more like comedic a little bit, which don't matter. They actually did a good job on that, which it was good, but. Okay, Love and Thunder, there was too much comedy now.
Way too much.
So it's like...
I mean, I'm glad that he is admitting, like, hey, look, we fucked up.
That's the thing. It's like, with Thor, just like... When you get him too serious, he just becomes boring and bleh. But when you make him too funny, goofy, like, everyone's gonna be like, it's not serious enough. So it's like...
I do agree.
So it's like, Thor is one of those characters, especially in this universe thing, I feel like he has to, like, what's it called? Take in a certain way. Like, when serious gets to serious, make it actually serious about these certain moments. But when just, like, any time he's just chilling with his friends or like that, yeah, go ahead, make any goofy moments all you want, or moments you feel like, oh, like, he did something goofy against the enemy characters, like as a disrespectful moment part. But but still serious in a certain way. Like find certain tweaks or like a Rubik's cube, find a way how to fucking do it. But it's like, I think they just haven't found. They only found that one sweet spot with Ragnarok, but after that they just went, oh fuck hell. When it came.
I mean, in Infinity War and Endgame, he was also. Well, I mean, I know like the Fat Thor. Some people like really fucking hate that, but
I love it.
I love it too.
I love it. I'm not gonna judge that part, but I mean, like, I'll say this, like, like, what I'm saying as a Thor, as his character playing for this part, I say he's just one of those characters, like, he's kind of hard when he's too serious or too funny, and these certain things. I'll say, yeah, in Infinite War and Endgame, he was serious and everything else, but in Endgame, he was mostly just chilling in the corner, just being sad and depressed, which makes sense because he did fucking. Everything he did for this thing, he went down a rabbit hole going like, dude, I failed everyone and failed myself the most. Which, it was a good way of, in a quiet way telling him that he fucked up. I'll say that for Endgame. And for the first one, he was actually getting, pretty pissed off, which gave him, in these two movies, they did a good job with him going back and forth and being, goofy and serious. I'll say that. So, but I'm just more mad about the Love and Thunder shit. Or more annoyed. I'm more like annoyed. More like, why is he being this so stupid? I'll say this. I think everyone's part that everyone hates the most is probably that CGI with a kid.
They fixed that and it still didn't look good.
No shit.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things like, dude, I don't think you can fix that. Anyways, next topic.
Alright, the next topic is, I believe it's about The Rock, but my application that has all my news has just crashed. Give me a moment. Let's see, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, okay. So, have you been hearing the controversy the controversy with The Rock this week?
Yeah, a little bit. Him showing up late. I heard of him doing that. I saw one post on him about, like, him being late. And some, like...
No. Uh-huh. Yeah. No, what were you going to say? Continue.
No, I'm just like, I heard him being late, going, like, late? Like, would you think, like, as a person who's been in the film industry or doing product for a while, like, late?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that if you come late, they have to give you a certain reason. Like, don't get me wrong. Everyone who comes late has their own issues. They all have their own issues when it comes to being late. Like, oh, it's tire popped or traffic or anything. I get it. That's everyone's shit. It's life. But if you're doing it constantly every day to the point that you're doing it on purpose, then that's an issue.
Yeah. Because, obviously celebrities are human beings too. But you want to know how late he was?
How?
7 to 8 hours late most days. And apparently he would just fuck off for an entire, multiple days, basically. He would just, it says he missed entire days of production, he didn't even show up. Oh, and here's the best part. This one's hella funny. He would pee in water bottles to save time, and then would leave them around the set for other people to throw away. Which was pissing people off.
Dude, you're...
Oh! You're a grown-ass man. Go pee in your fucking trailer.
Uh-huh. What else?
And because of the amount of times he was late and the days of production he missed, the budget to the movie had an extra $50 million added to make up for the lost production time. $50 million. That's enough to make a movie. And this movie already cost $200 million. Why? I have no fucking reason.
Because of him.
Yeah, to pay him, to be honest, yeah. $200 million.
At this point, they should probably just take off more than that. Because at that point, he fucked up. That's not fair that everyone is putting their efforts and time into these production movies. And you just because, I'm The Rock and everyone loves me, no matter what I do, everyone you know what's it called, doesn't care, whatever, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like, no, dude. Like, dude, don't get me wrong. You made our childhood. Thank you for that. You're iconic as shit, but at the same time, the more you pulling this shit, everyone's gonna start to hate you. And the more everyone hates you, you get up by saying that, hey, why does everyone hate me? I did nothing wrong. Look at evidence you got into. It wasn't him and what's it called? Like, there was like you being late to fucking a whole set, dude. That will make people pissed off and don't want to work with you anymore. And honestly, that if you, like, I don't know who is he directing it, or who's directing the movie?
I don't know who's directing it, but like it has like big ass names attached. J.K. Simmons, Chris Evans. There was like other people, but like it has like it cost $200 million to make, and now with the added inflation in the budget because of him, it came out to be like $250 million.
Dude, that's like not okay, dude. It's like
it's not.
It's not. It's like you're literally just saying fuck off, and legit as soon. If he ever makes his anytime he wants to make his own production, no one's gonna want to help him, and no one's gonna want to help. That's the thing. You being disrespectfully not coming on time and not giving everyone their proper respect, they're not gonna give the same thing to him anymore. No, they're gonna say like, "Oh, we'll help you." Not really, Asher. We're gonna fuck it up more because you fucked us over the most, or not even show up at all, or be like, "Oh yeah," then not show up. Then he's gonna get mad about like, "Hey, you disrespected my shit." Like, well, you shouldn't disrespect me first in the first time when doing this shit. Like, that's how the game rolls. Like, it's like, yeah, people say like, don't be disrespectful. People disrespect you. But this is a fucking set. You're getting paid a lot of money to fucking be here. And you're wasting everyone's time. 7 to 8 hours straight. You have to be there. Don't be wrong. Yeah, you're still getting paid. But at the same time, it's like, your job requires you to act and do your shit right. Because sometimes people don't, like, don't get me wrong. If you love your fucking craft, you know for a fact, you don't want to be sitting there for hours not doing nothing at all. You want to do something with it. Mm-hmm. And when people would sit there for 7 hours straight, acting every day, practicing their lines, making sure they're okay, making sure they're eating the right stuff, that they can stay slim in that certain suit or whatever thing they want to do. They're sacrificing a lot of things just because of you. And if you fuck up and do all this bullshit, then everyone has a reason to be pissed off and go tell you to go fucking to go fuck off and don't come back.
Yeah, because it makes sense why the budget inflated by $50 million. Because they still, like you said earlier, they still had to pay those people for sitting there to do nothing for 8 hours, pretty much, right? And an average Hollywood shoot day is anywhere from 12 to 14 hours. So that already cut into half of the shoot day. And do you know how many minutes of footage on average a studio film records per day?
No, tell me.
1.5 minutes, and if you're really lucky, like 2 minutes a day.
Just record 2 minutes of something.
Yeah, so basically he just shut that down to like maybe under a minute of footage. So like, yeah, he fucked up. And to get a little bit more juicy, the story kind of unravels a little bit more. I'm sure you've heard like Nico roast this movie called Red Notice. It starred The Rock, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds, and it was like this spy comedy on Netflix. And the movie cost like $200 million, and it was just like notoriously like really generic and like really bad. Well, anyways, apparently after this article came out, people said that Ryan Reynolds got into a huge fight with The Rock over his professionalism.
I've heard of that. I'm hearing that. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and like if you guys know anything about Ryan Reynolds, he's probably one of the most like professional people, and like he's very, he when he works on something, he really gives a shit about it. So
he went against The Rock and told him straight up, like, man up, do your shit right. I don't give a fuck if you're making this. You're here to work because someone told you to. Now act like it.
Yeah.
Which
I'm pretty sure they're friends too. So like, that must have been, you know.
No, yeah.
But if you're showing up 8 hours, even an hour late, for fuck's sake, dude. Like, that's so much time, money. You know, and it's like you can't really be late to a set. You know why? Because most of the time, like the director, the actors, maybe some of the higher crewmen, like maybe like cinematographers, you know, like what else? Like maybe camera operators, like the really big like people, they always get chauffeured to set. Almost always. When it comes to a budget that big, a $200 million movie, you're getting picked up at your hotel or whatever house or apartment they're renting out for you to stay at. Oh yeah, they have to pay thousands of dollars to house this guy. And all the crew people. Yeah, that's a part of the budget. That's also another thing on why it probably inflated to $50 million, because they had to stay longer. The shoot had to extend, so then you have to pay all those people to live somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so basically there is no excuse for being late when you were like one of the top actors. You were 100% getting chauffeured to and from set. So I don't
do you
know.
think he
Which
just
means
like ran away each time they try to pick him up?
He probably just ignored them, which means, guess what? For 8 to 7 hours, his chauffeur people were just sitting there waiting for him.
Oh.
Which is other people that are having to fucking wait for this guy. The whole situation is just fucked and very unprofessional. Especially like the peeing in water bottles thing and just leaving it around for other people to pick up. That's just fucked up.
Gross. Yeah, that's gross and fucked up. Alright, bro, what if someone thought it was apple juice? Like, who apple juice in the corner? Yeah, that shit piss. Yeah, no. I'll be honest. The Rock has been going on a downfall pretty bad.
Yeah, big time. I think we might have seen like the end of his career, to be honest. I mean, he went back to WWE, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you can just tell that like he just did it to kind of like as a career move, not even like because he actually wanted to. And he's starring in some low budget movie, which I don't remember the last time he starred in anything that's like under $200 million. So I don't know. It's just very obvious that it's PR shit, not really artistically driven, wanting to do something like that or coming from the heart. So it is disappointing. I've always loved The Rock. Always thought of him as a cool guy. Past year or two, kind of been disappointed with a lot of the actions I've seen. Also, the amount of times he's lied about eating In-N-Out for the first time is just fucking weird. Cause like, I
forgot about that.
I remember Charlie made Moist made made a video about it, and then I remember like it was so weird because I follow The Rock on Instagram, but like on like one of my secondary accounts that I don't use anymore. Mm-hmm. And when I used that account, I remembered like clear as day being a freshman in high school and seeing the post of him saying he's eating In-N-Out for the first time. And then I remember like a few years later he posted like another video being like, this is my first time eating In-N-Out, and I was like, what? I vividly remember you saying this like a few years ago. And then like a few months ago he did it again. And then Moist made a whole video about it. And then he played the fucking video I remember from when I was a fucking freshman.
Bro played the deja vu moment. Going like,
he's trying to gaslight us. I don't know if he was joking or I don't know. Anyways, speaking about Netflix, they're making a live action Scooby-Doo show. I love Scooby-Doo. Like, always been obsessed with it. This is I don't really have any hope for this, to be completely honest. Yeah, that's about it. What about you? What do you think?
Honestly, Scooby wasn't really my biggest thing I like as a kid. I really wasn't into it that much. But I have no words and nothing to judge about it. I really don't. But anyways.
Another thing well, I mean, I care about Scooby Doo, so that was gonna be a bad segue. But like, I don't care about the Netflix adaptation, is what I was trying to say. But another thing I don't give a shit about, Jeff, oh my gosh, Jeff Bridges is returning for Tron Ares. I do not give a fuck about Tron. That's about it. Fuck Tron. Don't care about it. It's a cool game. I mean, I've played the arcade game tons of times. I like it. I don't care about the fucking movies.
I didn't watch them myself. I really can't judge upon it besides you saying it. Actually, I'm probably going to have to watch at least the first one to see, at least give some opinion.
Dude, the first one is so... I hate just saying something's boring, but like the first movie is so fucking boring.
How long is it?
Anyway.
Like 2 hours, an hour?
Probably 2 hours.
Okay.
Probably about. I think it was made in the 80s. It's bad. It's bad and it's fucking boring as shit.
Made in the 80s?
It's literally a fever dream of a movie. I've never seen a more fever dream movie than that movie. Like, I remember I don't know if the movie made me feel sick or I was just sick when I decided to watch that for the first time. I've seen it like 2 times and it is just fucking horrible. I don't, and I never want to watch it again. Like, I vividly remember like how the movie looks, and every time I ever think about it, I just want to throw up. It just always made me just feel so gross.
It's one of those things and you're just like, yeah, fuck this shit, I want to throw it up.
Yeah. But speaking of Disney, we did get our first trailer to Mufasa, the Lion King, which is a prequel to the live-action Lion King remake that came out in, I think, 2019. The Lion King animated film is my favorite animated film of all time. Now, with that said, I did not see the live-action one. And I will not be watching this. Don't care for it. Do love Favreau. I know he's not directing this one. Barry Jenkins is, who made, I think he made Moonlight, which is a really good movie. I don't know what else. But, yeah, nah, I don't care for it. Trailer, I saw like a little bit of it. Didn't care for it. Yeah, that's about it. What do you think? If you saw it, or if you had any thoughts about it?
I don't give a shit. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. Right. I don't. I'll say this: Mufasa, as the animated ones as a kid, great movies. There you go. Or that, I don't give a crap about anything with live action at all. I'm just like, it did a good job for its thing back then. People still watch it, still enjoy it. Why the fuck do you need to make another one like this again in live action? I don't know what the reason behind it is, but whatever.
Very okay. Kevin,
I can think of one thing now. They're probably just afraid of their iconic Disney thing, so they're just trying to at least make people remember. Oh, don't forget we used to make something character named Mufasa back in the 80s or 90s or something, whatever the fucking thing is. So like, this is our best character out here, so don't forget about him. All right. But that's my theory. But anyways, next topic.
Well, the next topic is Boy Kills World bombs hard domestically with a $1.6 million opening. Now, I don't know if that's like Thursday night previews. I would assume so. That's pretty bad. The movie has an $18 million budget, which is relatively low. I knew I was gonna wait till streaming to watch it, just cause like I just don't have money, so I didn't really think I was gonna go see it in the theater. But yeah, the marketing wasn't really there. I barely seen any marketing for this movie. In fact, do you even know what movie I'm talking about?
No, I never seen this movie. I never heard of it, and
exactly.
This looks like someone just straight up just like me looking at this. It looks like someone just made it in college or in high school of themselves looking like this and proceed to post it as a thing. Oh, this is a movie thumbnail I made for our project. It's never gonna exist.
I'm gonna be honest. The only reason I even know this movie exists is because Bill Skarsgård is like one of my favorite actors ever, and I'm kind of obsessed with him. And that's like the only reason I even know this movie was coming out. That's it. In fact, that was the only reason I was even thinking about wanting to watch it. Was because I watched.
Wait,
like,
is he the same guy who
fucking...
played Pennywise?
Yeah, he's the guy that plays Pennywise.
Okay, cool.
And if you noticed last night when you were watching John Wick,
I know he was the main. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I absolutely adore Bill Skarsgård. But yeah, that's. I don't think it's gonna make its budget back, which is rough. But I can't wait to eventually check it out at some point. Now our final topic is a review, but we're not reviewing it. Nico's reviewing that. Now you might say, "Where's Nico? He hasn't said anything this whole podcast." It's because he's not here. But he did give us his thoughts on, drumroll please, the Fallout show. So me and Kevin have played our fair share of Fallout. I've only played like one game, maybe two of them. I think I've played a little bit of Vegas. I've played a decent amount of Fallout 4 a few times. I just re-downloaded it like a few months ago, actually. I didn't even know the show was coming out. I just wanted to play it because it's been a while. Kevin, you've played a bit of Fallout, right?
Yeah, I would say a good, like... I was trying to get into it because I used to play Skyrim before the Fallout 4 thing. I'll say it was like back then when I was a kid, I was more into what's called magic and swords and knight shit. But I was never into the apocalyptic world crap. I never was into that. But each time I look at Fallout more and more, comes to this year, I'm like, it's kind of cool what they do certain things. I even looked up certain, what's it called? Because sometimes I'll be like, I'm not going through that whole process. I literally looked up what's called YouTube videos of a whole hour talking about how the game in story goes. I've done that before. But I reinstalled Fallout 76 because my friends are playing it on Xbox constantly. So I'm trying to see what's in there that I feel like it will give me to play Fallout 4 or play New Vegas. So yeah. But anyways, let's just see what Nico had to say for this review.
Nico said, and I quote, "Say that I liked it. It had good characters, amazing practical effects, and since it's made outside of the main events of the original story, it's really good and makes the viewer wanting more. I really enjoyed it." So that is Nico's excellent review. Yeah, also Jonathan Nolan, Christopher Nolan's brother that we talked about earlier, he actually, I don't know if he was the showrunner or if he wrote most of the scripts, but either way, he was heavily involved in the show. And according to this thing that Nico sent us, it says that it is the second most watched title ever on Prime Video, which is actually insane. It had 65 viewers in its first 16 days of release. Or 65 million viewers. So that's crazy. I wonder what their most watched show is. Hold up. Now I gotta figure that out. What's the most... Probably gonna be like Invincible.
Probably all of those guys are probably just because a lot of Fallout 4, Fallout people who play the game from the beginning to here enjoy it a lot. Playing this game, which is pretty cool because I'm around like Fallout 4, not Fallout in general is pretty cool because it talks about an apocalyptic world and how everything went to shit. So everyone's just trying to make do what they have and maybe try to rebuild the world slowly, but I do like the Fallout concept of how shit goes to shit. And talk about human stats and everything else. I do like the thing they carry. It's called the Pip-Boy. I find that pretty cool as a thing from Fallout. Ever since I found out about Fallout, I always thought the Pip-Boy was the coolest thing ever as a kid. So I was like, I searched up videos how to make a Pip-Boy in real life.
What?
Yeah, like how to make one. And it's like, well, I never got to the full video because I got pretty bored. And so, there's certain moments that like, and there's certain moments like, bro, it's like, damn. I always wondered like, I forgot how the Pip-Boy is. I know it slaps onto you, but I imagine like one Pip-Boy just like sinks into your skin, giving you it's like seeps in through. It's like, bro, that's gonna be gross. But we're not in Skyrim that weird crap comes on you. So I'm surprised since they're making Fallout here. I wonder if they're gonna make Skyrim, which I hopefully not. But I just hope if they ever do, please give it to the right people. Because Skyrim does have good shit to tell. It's just, right now, Fallout got lucky with people who actually do this shit. So we're like, everyone was spared. I'll say that much. Everyone was spared. Because since technically it's second to watch thing ever, everyone got spared from a terrible, terrible Fallout. And they gave it to the right people, to the right hands, and let them do this shit. I'll just say this. Anyone who makes a video game movie or makes a video game thing, you just have to give it to the right hands. That's it. Or someone who understands the video concept about it and make the story thing good. Like, if you don't give it to the right hands, well, we're going to just end up getting, like, dog shit crap. Like, the people who make the live action versions of anime. Which, they've been doing pretty good lately, but you know what I'm talking about. Then, but also, do you know how Nico said, like, why he didn't want to watch it? Because the reason why I didn't want to watch any video game shit because of Halo.
Oh, because the show was like pretty bad from what I've heard.
Yeah, pretty bad. And so, I mean, there are people saying that they showed a scene of Master Chief having sex. And so I'm like, huh? So, yeah. But besides that, I'll probably give it a shot on watching it.
Alright. I did find what the most viewed Amazon show is.
What is it?
It's Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, which I have not had a chance to watch, but most Lord of the Rings fans did not like it. So I cannot wait to...
Do you think they just hate watch it?
No, it was just because, like, well, Lord of the Rings is, like, stupid popular. Like, I don't even know if you know how, like famous it is. Because, like, dude, it's, dude, it's crazy. But, yeah, so, I just think... like, everyone was just tuning into it in general. But, yeah, from what I've heard, most people did not really enjoy the show. So, damn. But I will check it out eventually, just to form my own opinion, because maybe I like it. But who knows?
Anyways, since you were talking so much, what's it called, Lord of the Rings stuff, everyone that hated the Lord of the Rings stuff, are on that door, Christian. You made him mad.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Tell him to shut up.
I don't think telling him to shut up is gonna make him any aggressive.
Oh, my bad. Tell him to shut the fuck up.
Okay. Anyways, my name is Dr. Dick, aka Kevin.
My name is Caspian, also known as APS Entertainment, and one day the entertainment will be gone.
And thank you for watching our podcast for today. We'll see you in the next one, alright? See you later, Cowboys.
See you.
Deuces.